Dear friends, it's a pleasure for me to be here with all of you and to welcome you to our seventh Textile Sustainability uh, Conference, which is being organized virtually. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed speakers and our sustainability advisors. We are thankful for all your contributions, support, and guidance. Welcome to our esteemed guests within the ABG Group, companies, and other organizations. Welcome to all my colleagues from our textile business. Sustainability is not an option anymore. It is required to sustain businesses. We started our journey in 2012 and have an early mover advantage. I strongly believe in always being a step ahead in sustainability journey. We have been organizing this conference since 2014 and the very purpose of organizing annual conferences is to re-emphasize the importance of sustainability as it is one of the key agendas mentioned by our chairman for the ABG Group as well as for all our businesses, to impart knowledge on mega trends and to recognize the units who have excelled in sustainability performance in rewards and recognition section by an independent jury. Before unveiling the theme for this year's conference, I would like to state some of our major developments since the last Congress. COP26 was concluded in November 2021 in Glasgow, UK, in which India presented the following 5 nectar elements, what called Panchamarit of climate action. Reach 500 gigawatts non-fossil capacity by 2030, 50% of energy requirement from renewable energy by 2030, reduction of total projected carbon emissions by 1 billion tons from now to 2030, reduction of the carbon intensity of the economy by 45% by 2030 over 2005 levels, and achieving the target of net zero emissions only by 2070. European Union unveiled the new textile strategy to drive sustainability in March 2022. Some points related to textile industry are mandatory performance requirement for the environment sustainability of textile products, digital product passport for textiles with information requirements on environment sustainability, disclosure of the number of discarded products by large enterprises and their subsequent treatment and measures on banning the destruction of unsold textiles, launch of work on the setting of preparing for reuse and recycling targets for textiles, and enforcing the restrictions on export of textile waste outside the OECD and developing criteria for distinguishing waste from second-hand textile products. Government of India introduced a net zero emission bill 2022 in the upper house of Parliament in December 22, very recently, defining targets for nation states, and which may boil down to targets provided to different sectors and industries. As there are a lot of traction on circularity, waste management, and net zero around the world, we decided to conclude a theme around it for this year. I am happy to announce the theme of the conference, Sustainable Innovation with Circularity and Decarbonization. I look forward to a great discussion, brainstorming sessions, and taking back ideas from the 2-day conference and internalizing it in its true spirit. Focus areas for this conference are circularity, decarbonization, climate change, and supply chain sustainability. I'm very pleased to say that we have distinguished speakers and experienced experts on all the above topics. I'm sure you will enjoy the sessions with great insights and good learnings. Circularity, why is it important? Of the 100 million garments produced each year, 92 million tons ends up in landfill. This means that the equivalent of a truckload of clothes ends up in a landfill site every second. In textiles, 73% material goes to landfill and incineration. Less than 1% of material is recycled, and 500,000 tons of microfiber leaks to the ocean. Every year, about 8 million tons of plastic ends up in the ocean, threatening sea life right from the Arctic to the Antarctic. If we don't make a change, there'll be more plastic than fish in the sea by 2050. And this is not a joke. Currently, our world economy is only 9.1% circular, leading to a massive circularity gap. By keeping resources in use for as long as possible, circular fashion can help minimize the need to extract new raw materials, which can have a significant environmental impact. Circularity principles can also lead to significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions as well as water and land usage. ABG businesses have been at the forefront of circularity in the last few years. The group has set an ambitious target of zero waste to landfill. We have innovated various products utilizing waste such as Cavallo by Linen Club, handspun yarns, Regel in acrylic fiber business, and Requoten yarns in overseas spinning business. Our products comply with various international certifications such as GRS, RCS, OCS, GOTS, Blue Sign Partner, REACH, and Ecotex, etc. Decarbonization and climate change. So I talked about the need for circularity. Now I'm going to talk about the need for decarbonization. It was agreed in Paris Agreement that in order to limit global warming to less than 2 degrees, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels, global CO2 emissions must be reduced by at least 40 to 70% by mid-century. In the recently concluded COP27, it was reiterated that the impact of climate change will be much lower at a temperature increase of 1.5% when compared to 2%. COP27 highlighted that about $4 trillion per year needs to be invested in renewable energy up to 2030 to be able to reach net zero emissions by 2050. And that furthermore, a global transformation to a low carbon economy is expected to require investments of at least $4 to 6 trillion per year. India is the world's third largest emitter of carbon dioxide after China and US, but its huge population means its emissions per capita are much lower than other major world economies. Decarbonization is a critical step in addressing the global threat of climate change. As the world moves towards a low carbon economy, innovation in technology and policy is crucial to achieve necessary reductions in emissions. There are several ways for decarbonization, such as the use of renewable energy sources, solar, wind, hydropower, improving energy efficiency, energy conservation, deploying carbon capture and storage technology, implementation of carbon pricing mechanisms, and worldwide regulations. The most crucial aspect above everything else is to foster a shift in behavior and the adoption of sustainable consumption habits. Our renewable energy journey started in 2007 when one of our manufacturing units in Indonesia took its first step by shifting towards renewable energy. As of now, the business fulfills 15% of its total energy through renewable energy resources. We are committed to increasing this share to 25% by 2025. Supply chain sustainability is also very important. Supply chains are responsible for a significant portion of a company's environmental and social footprint. Companies can reduce their environmental footprint by optimizing their supply chains with sourcing materials from sustainable sources and reducing the use of energy and water and reducing waste. Through the SSC membership, brands, retailers, and manufacturers are committed to transparency in supply chain. Industry has also witnessed collaboration amongst competitors now in this direction. Our domestic textile business is into natural products, linen, cotton, and wool. Our overseas business spinning, procure, retrieve, recycled polyester fiber, which is made by recycling 100% post-consumer PET bottles from Unify, a US-based company. TAF is a Blue Sign certified partner for sustainable gel-dyed Radianza fiber and has implemented blockchain technology to ensure supply chain transparency. We have implemented Higg Index in all our units in collaboration with SSC. I am hoping that given this context, we will all have a good learning and a sharing session for all of us in the coming 2 days. I welcome you all once again to this very important conference for the textile business. Thank you all for being here and wishing you a wonderful 2 days learning journey. Thank you.